episode 620 of Prog Review, and today you read the title or description. I'm talking about Vapor Trails remixed, Like It Makes a Difference, Can't Polish a Turd by Rush. As I like to call it, Vapor Fails or Vapid Trails or Vapid Fails. Oh man, this was a tough one. This was hard. This was, what can I say? It's he says, referring to his thing, it is 1 hour 8 minutes. I told you they'd start filling the CDs up, didn't I? I predicted it. Original release May 14th 2002. This is a controversial album because the original mix, which I haven't heard, I heard this one. The original mix is very, very horrible. It's very harsh and lots of compression. Oh, the loudness was. And so they remixed it. But like I said, you can't polish a turd. I really could not wait for this to end. I couldn't wait for it to end. It took 14 months to record, and it felt like it took 14 months to listen to. It was just a mush of very similar sounding songs. It just all felt, there was no abysmal. It's really not good. It's produced by Paul Northfield, but this is remixed by David Bottrell. David Bottrell is good. He worked on with Peter Gabriel on Us and albums like that. I don't know what to say. One Little Victory. I thought it was going to be like A Small Victory by Faith No More, but it wasn't. But yeah, this is like their kind of comeback album, because there was a lot of things happening with Neil Peart. You know, he had a tragedies in his life, and so he went off on a long motorbike ride, which has been well documented. And there's actually featured on one of the songs here, Ghost Rider, which is just, I've really got nothing good to say about this record. I'm running on vapors here. Vapors. I didn't even write that. I'm just making it. I'm winging it. You know, a lot of people don't like it that I wing it, but tough titty. So yeah, One Little Victory, you know, is a stonking romper into the beginning of the album, and that is it very much moves at one pace. Like I say, very similar. They've dumped the synthesizers and keyboards, which I think was probably a big mistake, because when you hear them with the guitars, you realise that it was actually the synthesizers that gave them the colour. You know, it really did make a difference. They'd have gone for again even more. I wouldn't say heavy metal, but guitar oriented, because that's all that's on here. But a heavier, multi-track sound. I mean, there's stuff on here where there's the bass playing, you know, up the neck, where, you know, the dusty part of the bass, you know, playing stuff, and then there's also overdub bass line as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's not, I don't know, it's just not satisfying. And there were ideas, there were little musical bits on here that I thought and then it just turned into, you know, when it got to like the vocal parts, you know, the opening sections, and then it gets the vocal parts, and it all sounded the same. You know, it really was samey, and I don't know, maybe I'm suffering from Rush fatigue, but I don't know. I did have a weekend where I didn't listen to any Rush, and I've come back to it this morning. Ceiling Unlimited is a good example of why I really can't stand the lyrics, because again, it's that Ayn Rand stuff that they're obsessed with. If culture is the curse of the thinking class, what does that mean? It made me so angry, because even if you're not a great thinker, you can have culture, you know. Culture isn't dedicated to those that think or those that appreciate music or art. Culture, I don't even want to explain it, because it's just patently a stupid lyric, and the whole lyric it's got that nasty, again, unless it's unless it's a parody or it's a very sneering, us versus them. Not in a good way. Lyric. I didn't like it, and there is an element of Rush lyrics that always leaves me cold. I don't think. I guess Neil Elwood Pure is the. I guess he's the lyricist on this, but I don't like it. Yeah, I just yeah. This is terrible. Worst review ever. Thumbs down. Just do it. So yeah. So I. Then there's part 4 of Fear on it called Freeze, which really that one passed me by. I didn't realise. I had no understanding that it was part of that section of songs. Some of the Fear songs I did enjoy. I remember, but this one, the title track was alright-ish. But again, there were some ideas in there, rhythmic. There were some rhythmic ideas and things going on, and then it just the same, the vocals, Geddy Lee's vocals are just the same throughout. There's no passion to it, It's a pretty flat album. Oh God, everyone's going to hate me. What can you do? My back is broad. And so with that, there's not a lot I can really add. So I'm just gonna wind it up if that's okay. I don't want to labour the point. I think we've got the cover version album next, and then Snakes and Ladders, and that's it. We're done. So anyway, I don't like this. I don't think. Again, the remix is supposed to be really good, so God knows what the original album sounded like. I found it's over long because it's an hour and 9 minutes. The songs are very samey. They really do need those keyboards in there to give it some space. It's a very dense record. It's very dense, and I think that's the problem. I think there's too many overdubs of guitars, and they're very similar sounding. There's, they're all in that kind of frequency range, so it is a bit like a slab of electric fuzz hitting your ears. So that because of that, I'm giving this one little victory out of 5. That's one little victory out of 5. Not good. Sorry. I'm sorry. And yeah, I forgot to mention it was Mark Brennan, the legend that is Mark Brennan, who very kindly sent the box set out all those years ago when I was good, when people liked me. Not like now when I'm just phoning them in, phoning the reviews in. But yeah, thanks Mark. If you're watching, probably not watching, probably giving up on me. Probably thought I'm fed up with looking at his face. I'm fed up with looking at my face. My God. So yeah, because we've got extra time, I must implore you to engage. I need engagement for the Google algorithm that runs the YouTube empire is engagement-atron. It needs engagement for it to function or something. I don't know if these things work anymore. And then you can support this loser. You can support this idiot by the old patreon.com/log. Give us all your money. E-begging, it's the way to go. It's the way to do it. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. It's social media, but don't bother with Facebook because it is a flipping car crash. But Twitter, that's where I tend to hang out and post all the nude pictures. And what else is there? Music.darrenlock.com, a fine establishment where you can listen to the inane dribblings that have issued forth from my fingertips over the many years that I've committed them to. Well, it wouldn't be tape. It's like, I guess, digital, to the zeros and the ones. Been a long time since I've used tape. I remember my Vestax MR44. It was built like something you'd find on a Russian submarine. Those were the days. But yeah, I think I've wasted enough of your time. Do join me again for another thrilling prog review and another Rush album. And with that, there's only one more thing left to say, and that is prog on.